Hi guys, once again this is Alfred from BinaryOptionsTutor.com here today to take a quick look at some BigDaddy charts. As I'm recording this, this is June the 29th of 2015. Let's just dive right in. We're going to look at some charts, talk about some uses, different utilities that you can employ to use the BigDaddy alerts. Okay, we've got a little white arrow here. By the by, if you're not clearly seeing these arrows on your chart at this point, make sure that you have the newest version of the BigDaddy indicator. The latest version that's available on our site is version 2.11. You can find that in a pack which is 411 in that bundle, and also in the latest, if you've only purchased the Big Daddy strategy, it's going to be in a Big Daddy strategy archive labeled 211. Very shortly we're going to put out another update to add some new features to the Big Daddy. A new alert to the Big Daddy, I'll say that, but I'm not going to talk about that now. We're just going to look over the trades, and I'm going to do another video to explain how to set up the email alerts and also how to set up the alerts to your mobile device. We've got an arrow here. We've got some nice pullbacks to that 8 in that 200 right here. Because the alert, when you get this alert, it's going to be good for an hour to 2 hours. You don't have to rush into the bet, guys. So if you're going to do this on an EU style broker, try and get the best entry you can. Like I talked about in the ebook, pullbacks to this 8 EMA, that's a good entry. And also, if you're not trading on an EU style broker and you're trading somewhere like Nadex and you're trading the spreads or even trading the binaries, longer binaries. I like a binary that maybe can get me 2 hours plus. If I can get 4 hours, I like that even better, because I've got time for that trend to play out for me, and I've got more time to make my decision and to trade the contract that I've just purchased. What I'm getting at is I've got it because I can buy and sell at Nadex. I have the opportunity to get out of the trade early and or stay in the trade long enough to see the trend unfold, hopefully in my favor. There's a little pullback to the whole number right there. That's to knock everybody out. Probably most guys that were on spot. And then we start to see that nice ascension there. Okay, that was the USD CAD. No, I'm sorry, that was pound dollar. Here's our, this is the CAD chart. Okay, also I hope that these arrows are showing up on the video. Here's our little arrow here, very early move. Again, if you want to wait till we close above that 200, that's fine too. Just a nice smooth trade to the upside. Now, let me show you guys something. Here's another arrow. This is a losing trade. But let me point something out here. Over here on these stats that came with the round and whole numbers, on the day, you can see we're up 81. We swung up 81 pips. We swung down 27 pips on the day. What does that tell you? the market is long on the day, and we're late in the day. You can see this line here denoting when the new day is coming according to the terminal that I'm on. And you don't have to take every alert, guys. It's just that simple. You don't have to take every alert. Sometimes being in cash is a position as far as trading as well. Okay. This is an arrow I put because I know I rebooted this chart. Tight trade here. You maybe could have got out with a win if you were trading EU style. If you were trading something that's tradable, the reason I'm talking more now about Nadex, Cantor, whatever, where you can actually, and even spot, where you can actually trade these, is because you've got the opportunity to get out rather than having to pick the perfect timing exit. You can probably leave early in many cases, certainly with spreads on Nadex, but also probably even with just the binaries. Because there was some ascension, it's just at the expiry, it was very tight. It was very tight. You could have gotten in on that pullback to the 8, and that would make a better trade. Because again, you're getting an alert. It's just an alert. Please don't call it a signal. Please don't do that. It's just an alert. Look at your chart, trade around the alert. And I'm going to keep saying pullbacks to the 8 until somebody writes in the comment, Lord, please don't say that anymore, Alfred. Now, I don't know if you guys see it. I don't know if it shows up, but here's a little white arrow here. This is a put. And worked out. We would have exited around here. 2 hours up. Here's another put. Smooth exit right there. Second alert on the day. Well, that was in the third because honestly there was one here that was tight. There's one here that worked nice. There's one here that's really sweet. The US market's open and we got really strong momentum there moving down on the day. Let me go back over here because someone mentioned to me in an email, Alfred, got some alerts. Didn't get an alert for the Euro USD. What does it have to do? Was it news? Because there's a lot of news surrounding the Eurozone right now. It has nothing to do with news. We got a big run with all of the talk. We actually got a run on the Euro USD to the upside. Why didn't you get an alert? Why wasn't this thing just blowing up your email and arrows everywhere? Because it isn't the formation. If you look in the ebook and I point out the formation, this huge run here, this isn't the formation. The slope is not below the Heikin-Ashi. Is all I'm getting at. That's why you weren't getting a lot of Euro alerts on the day. It has nothing to do with news. I don't mention news very much. I'm probably starting to get more aware of what's going on with the news, but the reasoning behind not mentioning the news as much is really, for the most part, I'm a technical trader. I'm looking a little more at fundamentals. Why don't I look at fundamentals even more? Because there's a guy named Warren Buffett who says he doesn't pay a lot of attention to macroeconomics and fundamentals. I believe he's the greatest investor of the 20th century, probably the 21st. And if he says, hey, I'm not sweating this, I'm not going to sweat it. Why would I? News is going to change every day. It's news. I'm more of a technical trader. That's my personal opinion. I'm just sharing it. It's great when you can get news to line up with technicals. That you know, that's a beautiful thing, but all of the news would have probably had to bearish the euro, and look what happened. Again, that's why I don't look very closely at news on the day. Even some fundamentals are kind of they're kind of going wild right now. Dow's down very sharply on the day. Dollar yen also down very sharply on the day, as you saw with that chart earlier. You look at fundamental correlations, that doesn't happen a lot. Okay, that's really all I had to share, guys. I'm going to be back later on. We're going to talk about engaging the email alerts. And again, if you're not seeing the white arrows, make sure that you have the latest version. The latest update is 2.11. And also, if you're still not seeing them, take BigDaddy off of your chart and then just drop the indicator back on your chart again, because sometimes there's a caching issue inside of MT4. See you guys on the next video. Once again, this is Alfred from BinaryOptionsTutor.com.